Welcome to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 11, Lesson 60, and it's the very first lesson of a brand new unit, all about capitalization. Capital letters are small, but they carry big signals. They tell your reader where a thought begins, whose words you are quoting, and how to read a letter. Today we'll learn exactly where those capitals belong, at the start of sentences, inside quotations, on the pronoun I, and in the parts of a letter. Let's get started. Before we dive in, let's see the big picture. A capital letter is one small mark, but it does four important jobs in your writing. It marks the first word of every sentence. It marks the first word of a sentence you put in quotation marks. It marks the pronoun I every single time you write it. And it marks certain parts of a letter, the greeting at the top, and the closing at the bottom. So today we're learning to capitalize on purpose, not by accident. Let's take these one at a time. Job 1 is the simplest, and you already do it all the time. The first word of every sentence begins with a capital letter. Watch what goes wrong without it. If I write the day begins with a small t, it looks unfinished, almost broken. Fix it by lifting that first letter. The day begins. That capital T tells your reader a fresh sentence is starting. So every sentence opens with a capital letter, no exceptions. Job 2 is a little rule that trips up a surprising number of writers. The pronoun I, standing all by itself, is always a capital letter. Look at this sentence. My brother and I built a kite. Notice the I in the middle. It isn't the first word of the sentence, and it isn't a name, yet it still gets a capital. That's just how English treats this one special pronoun. Wherever the word I appears, whether it starts the sentence or sits right in the middle, you write it as a capital, every time. Job 3 moves us into quotation marks. When you write down the exact words someone says, and those words form a complete sentence, you capitalize the first word inside the quotation marks. Here's an example. She said, "We are ready." See how the word we wears a capital, even though it sits in the middle of my sentence? That's because "we are ready" is a full sentence of its own, quoted word for word. So a full quoted sentence begins with a capital, just like any other sentence. But be careful, because quotations don't always work that neatly. Sometimes a quotation gets interrupted, split into two pieces by words like she said. Look closely. We are ready, she said, so let us go. The first piece starts with a capital W because it opens the sentence. But the second piece does not start a brand new sentence. It simply continues the first one. So even though it comes right after quotation marks, you keep that word lowercase. Capitalize the start of the quotation, but not the pickup after the interruption. Now let's write a letter, because letters have their own capitalization habits. Every letter opens with a greeting, also called the salutation, the line that says who you're writing to. In the greeting, you capitalize the first word and every name or title. Picture the top of a letter. Dear Ms. Ruiz. The word dear is capitalized because it's first, and Ms. Ruiz is capitalized because it's a title and a name. 3 capitals in a short little line, and every one of them belongs there. A letter ends with a closing, the friendly sign-off just before your name. Here, the rule flips in a helpful way. In a closing, you capitalize only the first word. Take a common one, sincerely yours. The word sincerely gets a capital because it's first, but yours stays lowercase, even though it's part of the sign-off. Compare that to the greeting, where names also got capitals. In a closing, there's usually no name, so only that opening word is lifted. First word up, the rest stays down. Let's gather these into one quick checklist you can run anytime you write. First, does a sentence start here? Capitalize the first word. Second, Does a full sentence sit inside quotation marks? Capitalize its first word too. Third, is the word I in there? It's always a capital. And fourth, are you writing the greeting or the closing of a letter? Capitalize the first word plus any names in the greeting. Really, it all comes down to one idea. If a word begins something, lift its letter to a capital. Let's practice. Time to practice. In this first set, I'll show you a line, and your job is to find the one word that must be capitalized. Pause the video and decide before I reveal each answer. Yesterday, we hiked the tall hill. Which word needs a capital letter? Look at the very start of the sentence. The first word is yesterday, and every sentence must begin with a capital. The word hill names any hill, not a specific one, so it stays lowercase. So the answer is yesterday. My aunt and I baked bread. Which word here needs a capital letter? The sentence already begins with a capital M, so look inside it. There's the little pronoun I standing all by itself. The pronoun I is always capitalized wherever it sits, so the answer is I. He whispered, the door is open. Which word needs a capital? Inside the quotation marks is a complete sentence. The door is open. The first word of a quoted sentence gets a capital, just like any sentence. So the word the should become a capital T. So the answer is the. Nicely done. In this second set, we'll focus on letters and split quotations. Read each choice carefully and pick the version that is capitalized correctly. Pause and choose before I answer. Choose the correct greeting for a letter. In a greeting, you capitalize the first word and every name or title. That means dear needs a capital, and so do Coach and Diaz. The version that gets all three right is Dear Coach Diaz, so the answer is the second option. Choose the correct closing. Remember, a closing capitalizes only its first word. So yours takes a capital, but truly stays lowercase. That points us to yours truly with just one capital letter. So the answer is the second option. We won, she cheered, blank, we can rest. The quotation is split by she cheered, then it picks back up. Does the second piece begin a brand new sentence? No, it just continues the first, so its first word stays lowercase. The correct pickup is now, with a small n. So the answer is now we, lowercase. Let's gather up what we learned. Capitalize the first word of every sentence, and always capitalize the pronoun I wherever it appears. When you quote a full sentence, capitalize its first word. But if the quotation is interrupted, don't capitalize the part that picks the sentence back up. And in a letter, capitalize the first word of the greeting along with any names or titles, while the closing takes a capital on its first word only. Capital letters mark beginnings, so whenever a word begins something, lift its first letter. Great work today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.